how I get things to start. Yes, you didn't realize this about me yet?
No,
I'm a Christian, but I'm a hell of a perv. Yeah.
Mic 5 is on. So, apparently my crank calls are still getting through.
Christy and Joe Horton, 9th anniversary, and Hugh Janus, turning 10. We'd mentioned...
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. It's one of those.
I totally fell for it, didn't I?
I think it was a trick. I think
You're right.
I think it was a trick name.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
I think it's one of those.
Who asked for that shout out? Who asked for it?
I'm gonna go back and look.
Was it you?
Who asked for it?
I'll have to go back and look, but I think you're right. I did fall for that one, huh?
I think it's one of those trick names and you fell for it.
I think it's funny you caught it.
I
looked at it like 8 times.
I had to think about it.
I mean, wonder why? Because I was supposed to wish them a happy 10th, so I just figured, you know, a young kid, hey, let's give you James a birthday shout out. Wow. I got punked. I basically got punked.
I don't know. Maybe it's legit and I have a sick mind, but that's the way it came across.
Hopefully there's not a 10-year-old really with that name out there who, wow. People ask sometimes, you guys tape this show, right? No, folks, this is proof. It's live. We would re-rack and start all over if we could.
Well, I really hope there's actually not someone watching this show named Hugh.
Say it.
Hugh Janus.
You insensitive sons of bitches. That was my nephew. That is a family name. Hugh Janus is a saint. A 10-year-old boy. Hugh Janus. How could you be so insensitive?
Yes.
You disgust me. Hugh Janus.
Yeah, we know those Januses are big out in California. Anyway, guys, it's SCNS Live time.
Hugh Janus!
Hey guys, it's another Thursday or Thursday. Welcome to the show. It's SCNS Live time, right? Y'all supposed to like clapping.
Yeah.
As we get hyped for a show, that's what we do. So yeah, we didn't have a show last week, but guys, we're here to recap a little bit of AllCon 2014, which was just awesome. God, we got to wait a whole year for AllCon again. So
I don't wanna.
I know. However, we can let the good times roll because this weekend, happening actually tomorrow, Animation Celebration, but we'll go into that more later. So anyway, on the panel tonight, of course, we got the lovely Miss Cora.
I have a Hawkeye jacket, and I'm going to steal this from Jason.
Quit fondling my...
I'm not fondling.
It hasn't left your hand since you've been here.
It has to. I've posted.
Anyway, of course, Mr. Matt's over here to my right.
Yes, that's right. Breaking news. My name's not Tim. So, there's that.
Yes, we had to get that in there somewhere. And we're going to go more into that. We love you. We love you, Andy. We love you, man. Of course, the Professor Chris K is over there turning the knobs and working the ones and twos and whatever that saying is that he says all the time. Well, we couldn't do the show.
Does he have a saying?
It is a saying for that. But anyway, before we go any further, let's go ahead and get into some super cool nerd news.
God, I love that theme song.
I know.
I feel like I'm a news reporter.
So anyway, people about 2 years ago got to get a look at the Oculus Rift. Everyone thought it was a great product. These guys went on Kickstarter, started up. They only wanted $250,000 for it. $2 million later, their Kickstarter was shattered, and they started the Oculus Rift, which was originally meant for just gaming and moving around. Say you want to watch Game of Thrones, want to be in the experience, but it's mainly just for gaming. However, this week, Facebook has announced they have purchased the Oculus Rift for a whopping total of $2 billion.
Damn.
Yes. So let's get this straight. They wanted $250,000 to make the product. They got $2 million. In the 2 years that they've been operating, they reported over $90 million in revenue. And here comes Facebook, and I believe the deal is $60 million cash up front. The rest is in Facebook stock. So yeah, what Facebook says that, you know, hey, so we have it where everyone can share their photos, their videos, and their status updates. But what if they can share things in virtual reality, like they're at a ball game or something, which I think the NFL or the NBA might have a problem with.
Oh yeah, they have a problem with Google Glass at the moment. They're going to have a problem with this.
Yeah, so they want this VR. I mean, I understand the applications of the Oculus Rift for gaming, period. Yes, it's an awesome thing. However, I really got to hear from you guys. What does Facebook want this for? Seriously.
Oh, I know. It's so it's for Farmville. So that way, you know, you could just be like this, and you're like, oh, hey, look, my crops, they're doing really well. Oh, look, I have a cow now. It's all in front of me.
Cora, what could they want a VR headset for?
Well, that's really easy, Jason. They're going to use it for world domination. You see, they're going to have everyone get one. Everyone's going to have one. And then they're going to implant little tiny microchips into it. And then they're going to implant them in our brains. And then we're going to be mindless Facebook zombies. The apocalypse is coming, people.
Oh, look. I can see your stupid fucking baby in 3D now.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I guess if someone wanted to experience what I do when I go, like, hunting for toys, I guess. Anyway, the problem is...
That doesn't make sense, though, because you're wearing this big-ass visor, like you're on Star Trek, where you can't see anything except for the virtual reality Facebook.
I see it. They're probably going to have some sort of major overhaul to the tune of $2 billion. But anyway, my only thing is, I'm sorry, I totally got off track there. The problem is, a lot of people don't like that Facebook has swooped in with $2 billion and swept this up. A lot of people who supported the grassroots campaign for this thing to be made from Kickstarter, well, they're asking for their money back. And I don't know. This is another thing I'm going to ask you guys. As nerds, I mean, yes, we like this product, but we're getting angry because it is going to be available to a broader market with Facebook money behind it. But if you kickstarted something, does that give you a right to whatever they do afterwards with their product?
I think because you're also helping to fund it, I think that you kind of have somewhat of a right to the product. However, I mean, when you sign up to buy it, you're not necessarily thinking that Facebook is going to buy it. You know, you can't really plan for what's going to happen afterward. So the fact that Facebook buys this thing for $2 billion, and yeah, you probably put some of your hard-earned money into it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's its own self-sustaining company. You just helped it build a product.
Yeah, and really, trying to find my words.
But do they have, I mean, yeah, you support it, great. But do you have a right afterwards what they do with their product?
I really...
I'm leaning with no, you don't.
No, as long as you reap the benefits after it's done, as long as you get all the incentives that were, like, promised to you, after that, I mean, you really don't have much of a say. I mean, you're not going to be in the back. You have no control over the specs. I mean, all you have control over is whether or not it's funded, and that thing is funded for a long time
I believe
now.
Kickstarter does say in there, like, hey, you know, you're funding this now, but what you get is what you get, and what we choose to do afterwards really doesn't matter. But,
yeah.
However, this is not the only venture into VR. Sony, of course, is coming out with a virtual reality headset, and Microsoft has expressed interest in doing one, of course, because they have to copy their idea. But anyway, let us know what you think about it in the chat, the Oculus Rift and the big sale. What's up?
Well, you know, like, we've been plugging the Cinelinx card game. You know?
Well, yeah, because it's awesome.
Right, it is. It's amazing. But if
Did you get your shipping notice yet, by the way?
I got the survey.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But no, like, if all of a sudden, say some big gaming company, like, I don't know, I'm going to throw it out, Mattel. I don't know, just say Mattel decides that they want to buy Cinelinx Gaming, you know, the card game, and Cinelinx decides, okay, yeah, we're going to do it, and say somebody's pissed about it, we can't necessarily do or say anything because Cinelinx has sold it. I mean, as long as we reap the benefits of what we said we were going to get, that's fine, whatever, it's their move.
All right, so yeah, we're going to, well, Matt, since you're there, we're going to go ahead and move right into you. You got a little Game of Thrones, a little something for the ladies out there.
If it's yours, I'm sorry. We should not have the same color glasses because.
Why would y'all do that?
Because here we go.
Mine-
They're right
mine-
next to each other. One's not as filled as the other. Which one was yours?
The one you just drank out of?
Yeah, which one? Filled or not? Filled or
I
not?
don't know. It was right here. That's all I know.
Oh, whatever.
Oh man.
Tickle in the throat. Now it's
You know
just
what?
we have
Y'all
the
can
same-
y'all can just switch those glasses.
Same
I
germs,
recommend that
don't
during
matter.
the
I
break.
don't care. Anyway, I'll get you in a cup later. Game of Thrones news. Kit Harington, Lord Snow, Jon Snow, if you remember. Yes, as we all love him right here. Oh no. Okay, here we go.
There you go. I
Yes.
chose that picture too, by the way.
Enjoy this. Enjoy this for a
look
moment.
at those arms.
While you actually, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get behind it. So everything,
Yeah, I think it's an improvement.
everything I say, you will now completely be enticed by. So
Sorry,
Kit
what?
Harington has said that he would actually like
Chris,
more.
why don't you just move the picture over to the center?
Oh, you love that, right? Kit Harington has said that he actually would not mind if there was also more male nude shots. Because there, as you know, there's a lot of female nudity in a Game of Thrones. So we've got. Hi, I'm Kit Harington. How you doing? So
Sorry.
I'm gonna need you to back off my flowing locks. Back off my flowing locks. Bah! Okay. So he actually has said that he would like it if they would actually have more equal rights with the male nudity. So I'm gonna actually get out because it's being too distracting to Cora.
It's
over here.
hilarious.
So anyway, but one funny quote he said to GQ was that he actually wouldn't like it if they came up to him and said, "Hey, you're gonna be the guy. You're gonna need to be nude for this next scene." He said, and I quote, "It better be fucking well deserved."
So basically, Kit Harington wants to get naked up in here.
No, I don't think he does want to get naked, but I think he's saying I would be okay with it if we did. But if you watch the show, and I know I don't think you guys have, but there's a lot of female nudity that isn't necessarily well deserved. So
Basically, he wants more male nudity because the male body is just as beautiful as the female body. However, it has to be justified. It can't just be, oh, we're just going to have this guy naked just to have him naked.
right.
Like they've been doing with women, apparently.
Exactly. And I mean, Chris, can you put up the picture again?
Let me spec mine.
Yeah, he's gonna get that picture up again. But I mean, this is a show that, like, I mean, yeah, I completely agree. I mean, if you're gonna show one, you might as well show the other. But it's I mean, but what about, because you see a lot more female nudity in TV shows, you see it in movies. What about it? Do you think there should be more male nudity?
I'm gonna go ahead and just, because it's me. No.
Okay.
What? I'm sorry.
But what about equal rights?
Okay, fine. Give something for the ladies. Like Arrow with the Diggle heavy episode. Right, Linda?
God, Linda.
Phrasing.
Cora, what about you?
I think so. And not just...
Oh, she's biased.
Not completely biased. But I think there should be, because I always see just, mindless female nudity, and even in like the little shows, like How I Met Your Mother, comedies, sitcoms. There we go, that word.
There's no nudity on that TV though. There's none of that.
There's a lot of really close nudity.
Well, I mean, they always have that
But-
shot where the guy's naked, but you see like a lamp right here,
Well, it's like when I was on the Nerd Show a couple of weeks ago, and Glenn and
I'm sorry, did you get naked on the Nerd Show?
no. Glenn,
I know where you
Glenn
guys
and
go.
Ben were talking about Arrow, and all the promotional material from Arrow has like all the actors with their shirts off. The actor that plays Slade, of course, Stephen Amell, and the guy that plays. They have all had shirtless promos for Arrow.
I'm sorry, but have you seen them?
Yeah.
I gotta admit, Stephen Amell. That's a good.
Yeah.
I'm a straight man, but that is a good-looking man right there.
If I was gay, he could have me.
If I looked half as good as he does, I would be going shirtless all the time.
So yeah, it is something for the ladies, and yeah, With female nerds being as prevalent as they are, yes, they deserve some
Give us some eye
fan
candy.
service as well. So
Give us
there.
some eye candy, man.
Speaking of eye candy, Cora, you've got some.
Yes, this is my favorite kind of eye candy. All right, so we've got pictures from the Avengers. We got new pictures from Avengers 2. We have Quicksilver, we've got Scarlet Witch, and we've got my favorite, Hawkeye, which makes me happy. Let's see, I don't know which picture
So
he's got up right now.
they're scrolling through a little too fast. Go back.
Oh, go back, go back. Go
So
back.
so there's our first shot of the Scarlet Witch there.
Yes, and I'm iffy on her costume, but then again, I also really like it, and it fits really well into the universe that they've created.
Well, before you go any further about
Yes.
the costume,
Yes.
don't call this a costume because slight spoiler, but not a spoiler. Stay till the end of Captain America 2. Stay till the end of Captain America 2, and it will be explained. And that's all I got to say about that.
Okay, fair enough.
The end of Captain America 2 explains what she's wearing. So there.
So,
Okay.
have you seen Captain America 2
Nope.
yet?
Maybe.
That's off topic though. Let's stay on Avengers.
Keep going.
This is Quicksilver's costume. I love it. I like it. I love that they have the pale blonde instead of silver. I really like it.
And doesn't look as stupid as Days of Future Past.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
Although I don't
Oh.
like the stubble.
I, like
I think the
stubble.
stubble's a little weird on it.
Once again, watch it at the end of Captain America 2. Moving
Does
on.
it show him
Moving on.
growing a beard at
Moving
the
on.
end of Captain America 2?
Moving on.
I
Next
can't
picture.
say, just
Next
move on.
picture. Next picture. More Scarlet Witch. I like that action pose. She's a badass. I'm excited.
She's humping the air.
Uh-huh. I likes me some witch.
Now, is this my favorite one? Is this my favorite?
No.
No. You
keep
still got
going.
Scarlet Witch.
There
no,
it
no,
is.
Here's my favorite. This is my favorite just because look at him.
Jeremy Renner got that ass out for you.
He's got the ass out just for me, and he looks like he's laying an egg. And when I saw this picture, I laughed for at least 10 minutes straight. I'm not even kidding. I'm about to crack up again.
That's actually Hawkeye's new superpower is to hatch an egg. This is why he calls himself Hawkeye.
Still better than launching an egg. I mean, an arrow.
Motherfuckers. Yeah. But, yay, I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited. And there were a lot of really good actors with Jeremy Renner in this, too. And it makes me very excited. And it's like, yes, here's Jeremy Renner. Here's Scarlet Witch. Here's Quicksilver. That's all we've got right now. So, Jeremy.
Actually, in those shots, there's a reason I chose those. There is a shot of someone as Ultron.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, if you scroll through.
That's right.
There was a shot of, and there has been a little bit of concept art of Ultron before the glowing mouth. And it's pretty cool. But anyway,
Oh, nice.
And we also got to see some of the people dressed up in the weird suits again.
The mocap suits.
The motion capture suit, pajama suits, as I like to call them, and everyone else calls them. We got the motion capture suit. It looks great. It already looks great. I'm excited. What about you guys?
I'm ready for. I'm a big Marvel fan, so you know how I feel about stuff like this.
Oh, absolutely.
Bring on Avengers 2. Bring on Captain America 2, which, by the way, is probably one of the best Marvel films.
Shut your Thor mouth. But anyway, I am excited for Avengers 2 as well. It's going to be good. I'm also excited for Captain America 2, which, speaking of that, Cinelinx has a giveaway right now where you can go see Captain America 2 in theaters next Wednesday in Fort Worth at 7:30 at the Ridgemar Mall.
I know it's so far
And I know,
away for us.
I know
and we
exactly
couldn't
where that
make it.
theater is.
I'm actually going to be there. I
Oh,
will be
sweet.
there. And so I'll be here next week to talk more about it, where me and Jason
good, we
can
can-
giggle about it.
We can finally talk about it. 'Cause
That's right. So
I've been sworn to secrecy. The benefits of being a member of Cinelinx. Cinelinx.com for all your movie and nerd news. That was a good one, wasn't it?
that was very good.
Thank you, thank you.
Now let's move on to more news. So we also have news coming out of Marvel that there's going to be a new comic for the Amazing Spider-Man #9, where it's going to be one gigantic story, where they're going to bring in all the Spider-Men from the past, every Spider-Man you know, and other Spider-Man that you don't know are going to be coming in for this one giant 5-issue story. And it's going to be, Moreland will be the enemy, that's who they're fighting. And yeah, it's going to come out in November. It's going to be 5 issues long, and it's going going to feature every single Spider-Man. That's a lot of Peter Parker.
I'm really excited, and I think this is the way that they're going to bring. Yeah, it was a wide shot. I really wanted to get in there, but I think this is how they're going to introduce Miles Morales from Ultimate Spider-Man into the 616 universe, which I'm kind of happy to see that. So yeah, and plus I just like that Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah. I'm
Because
pretty excited about that.
that's one of my favorite characters. I love that suit.
They also have the Iron Spider in there too.
They are actually they're Marvel's going all out on this one.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'm really waiting to see what they got on this. But yeah, I'm going to actually follow that. Maybe we need to start doing some type of review and follow that for the week.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And November, so we got a lot of time until that. But yeah. And Jason.
Okay, so yeah, the show Cosmos is now becoming one of my. Actually, what I use it for is my Walking Dead palate cleanser, as I call it, because I love it. The show is great. Neil deGrasse Tyson puts on a really great show. So apparently, people are angry at the fact that creationists don't feel as though they're represented enough on the show. So they are actually demanding time on Cosmos with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh my God.
Apparently, they don't understand how TV shows work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if they okay, you know what? I'm demanding it right here live on YouTube. If they want time on Cosmos, I want time on the 700 Club. Oh, Pat.
Yes.
Oh, Pat. I'm gonna find out. I bet you he's just plugged in with a bunch of wires. But anyway, they have said that
Kissing cousins.
they've said that they don't feel as though creation has been properly debated or brought in as an alternative to Neil deGrasse Tyson's science. Now, Neil in the past has actually said that he is not willing to debate these people, nor willing to have any type of long-lasting argument with them because he believes in the scientific method. And despite whatever your religious or scientific beliefs are, he has said, I'm not going to engage in it. I want to go with what I believe is right. But you can't demand time on somebody's show because you don't like what they're saying.
Jason, I think...
if that's the case, I would have been on the Kardashian show a long time ago.
That's horrible. Now, Jason, I do have to say, though, creationists, those who want to be on Cosmos, this is going to be just directly to you, so I'm going to walk up to the camera a little bit.
Okay, he's getting intimate here.
Guys, 1 year ago, you had this big Easter thing where you filmed and shot the Bible. You had your time in the sun. I'm a Christian. Don't get mad at me. Don't you get mad at me. But shut your mouth. All right. But let science have a chance. Let's give them their time in the sun or star.
Especially give Neil deGrasse Tyson his time because Cosmos is an amazing show. I really like it.
And Neil deGrasse Tyson is amazing.
He is the coolest fucking astrophysicist out there, man.
If Neil deGrasse Tyson was on the 700 Club, I would probably watch it. But I don't. Kissing cousins. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's Cosmos. It's science, whatever. It's about the galaxy. It's about the universe. I was fascinated with it, and I don't think you need to worry about frickin' creationism having a chance. Like, whatever. You have your time in the sun. You had it with the Bible. You had it with Noah that's coming out. You have every time. So it's like...
Which they're pissed off about that one, too.
They're pissed off about everything.
Of course they are.
That's right. So, moving on.
Okay, so yeah, this weekend, last 2 weekends ago.
Yes, 2 weekends ago. Feels like it was just last weekend.
It does feel like it was last weekend.
Yeah.
We got to attend AllCon 2014, and big shout out to all the people that put on AllCon. Very well done, very fun event. We got to see some of our favorite people out there. Rick Gutierrez from United States of Geekdom,
Yep.
who's got a new podcast up, by the way, where I participated in a panel on podcasting made easy. We did a panel.
Yeah. If you were
Yeah.
watching last week, you saw our entire our entire recap of it.
Mhm.
It was good. It was good. We had a lot of people there. A lot of people asked us questions.
I want to do that again. How about you guys?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we got to talk to. God, it's Nerd Family Reunion with AllCon.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people. Andy Farmer, you're awesome, by the way.
Yeah, just met him. New friend. He's great.
Yes,
He's
he thinks
awesome.
I'm certifiably insane.
But that's true. You
okay,
gotta.
probably.
That's a pretty good assessment.
But anyway, yeah, we got to see our boy Roy Buckingham. We got to meet Jedi Cole, Eddie Medina, Bobby Blakely, Taffeta Darling. I mean, it's so much fun. Ben, if you're watching out there, my buddy Xander, it is nerd family. All-Con is probably the most family. It's not family friendly. It feels like a family reunion.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's always something going on. We were just sitting around a table, drinking and having fun at some point, and it was just a blast.
Well,
playing Cards Against Humanity. And
there were great parts to it, but I think we also need to talk about
All right, let's get it out.
that we were there. The first night that we were there was actually a cosplay competition where you were more into it because I pretty much walked in, saw that there was a woman who had like these big, giant, huge wings and armor, and I'm like, she wins. And I walked out.
To elaborate, that young lady is a cosplayer in the area. Her name is Peyton Small. Please go and check out some of her stuff. She's done a Lady Robocop in the past and numerous other costumes. But she made this beautiful costume. The pictures were on the SCNS Live page. And if you saw some of those pictures, you might have seen one of me and Matt and our reaction when she did not win.
Yeah. She did not win. She lost to Captain America.
And it becomes that point where I don't want to down anybody else's. I kept saying this. I don't want to down his costume.
No, but like you put the two together, and you can't say, okay, he did a horrible job. Because, I mean, I look at him, I look at her, I can't make either of them. So, whatever.
However,
you look at both of them.
This contest had very strict rules.
Yes.
And one of them was you couldn't get into your costume by yourself. And along with that, and also no one else could have made the costume. I think the rules made this event very unfun. However, it was for a cash prize of $1,000.
Yeah, that's when things become not a lot of fun.
And Peyton worked really hard on her costume. She was clearly the crowd favorite. When she didn't win, it was just a gasp out of the room. It was really sad.
Yeah.
And Peyton, if you're out there, if you're watching this, we think you should have won, and I should have gone up there and flipped that fucking table.
It's true. I mean, we were in the back yelling, "Travesty!" And we even went up to her and we said, you know, that was bullshit. You should have won. And she actually had tears coming down, like, because she worked so hard on it. 2 hours in the morning before school, then she'd go to school, then work 2 hours at night and do her homework. She worked on this so hard. She created all the wings, everything. You know, bent steel and all this other stuff. You know, she had to rent out a van just to bring everything over there, and she didn't win. But that was just not cool. It was a travesty.
And I'll go on record. Hey, it's not our con. It wasn't our event. We weren't judges on it.
We should be judges on it.
If I had been a judge on that, I'd have been smacking people's heads into the table. What do you mean she doesn't win? Anyway.
Yep. But there were highlights.
However, that was just one thing that we had to note on. We had to say something about that. And Peyton, we think you should have won. There, we said it.
Absolutely, yeah. I got to say, one of my favorite parts was the con that we got to contribute, like we got to participate in.
Oh, onliners.
Yes, we were in part 1 and 2 of onliners. I was in part 1, and funny story. I think we should tell this story.
Which one? About Andy?
About Andy.
Ha! Yeah. Andy, we're going to rat you out.
We have it on the YouTube page. You can check it out. You know, you can see Onliners Part 1, and you will see what goes down. Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so first during the panel, you're up there. You're killing it, by the way.
Thank you.
But he sees Des. I'm sorry, Anazni.
No, this is before. This is before everything happened.
Okay.
Yeah, before, because they were having technical difficulties.
Go ahead with the Tim thing.
Yeah, so they were having technical difficulties. So Andrew was getting a little like nervous because this was the first time he was ever going to be putting on onliners. Now, what onliners is, it's basically a comedy show where the comedians are competing for, I guess, funniest comedian.
They ripped off After Midnight.
It's basically after midnight. At midnight. It's not after
at midnight. Well, they
at midnight. Where it's just a competition. It's supposed to be funny and it's supposed to be about everything that happened at the con. That's what onliners are supposed to be. Now, before it started, he's a little nervous. Things are happening. Well, he looks over at Des, and playing as Anazni Bowles, he looks over at her, and he goes, "Yeah." I don't remember what he said, but he's like, "Yeah, Taffeta knows."
Yeah, and Anazni and I look at each other like, "What?" And we're like, "Oh, because we look so much alike." And he was talking about Taffeta Darling. There's another show, Fangirls, Dames of the Round. Go check it out. But Taffeta had worn that costume the day before, and Anazni wore it the next day. And As soon as Andy says it and he looks at her, he's like, that girl's clearly not white. And he just looked, oh man, he thought Anazi and I were gonna like kick his ass out in the hallway, but we didn't, of course. I really like Andy, man.
Yeah, he's great.
And then he got your name wrong.
Yeah, this was fantastic. So the first round goes on, and we're rolling through it, and he asks his assistant who's taking score. He says, "Okay, who's in the lead?" And she says, "Tim." Now I look around and I see Jedi Cole and I see Long, and I'm like,
good for the long lead, big dice guy.
Right, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, they're talking about me.
And once again, and Nasty and I are sitting in the front row. We're just like, we literally look, and Nas looks at me and goes,
so very like casually, I look
man.
over at Andy. I go, I'm not Tim, and he like has this look on his face like, holy crap. Meanwhile, mind you, I met him the day before. I met him again that day. He still forgot my name. So he looks over at the scorekeeper and he's like, "Who's Tim?"
No.
And she goes,
all you have to do is go watch the video.
Right.
And
Well,
the look on his face.
The guy in the audience who was helping set it up, he goes, "Oh yeah, I didn't know what his name was, so I said he looked like a Tim."
Oh God, really? That's what happened?
That's what happened. So
Okay.
I'm not Tim, but
I want to call out, actually, you're not Tim, but I want to call out our other co-hosts down yonder.
yeah.
Because during my onliners, where I was having a blast,
Oh, by the way, I won online.
you totally won
Just
onliners.
honest.
You totally won.
Yeah.
But during my onliners, when I got to write my thing on the board, I turn around and my fine glass of party liquor has disappeared. The hell was that all about, Miss Cora?
Well, he was saying it was an unfair advantage that you had alcohol. So
What?
I was
Who the hell said that?
the host.
Oh.
So I decided to take it, and I got personal points for that. So
How are you? Anyway. So
It was
yeah, you
also
got.
really fun.
And also, that gave me the most epic selfie, by the way, from YouTube.
Yes, that was great.
We don't take selfies on SCNS Live. We take ussies.
Yeah. But onliners was a lot of fun. We talked to Andy afterward, and we told him to definitely have us on again next year. You were killing it. You were killing your version, and
yeah, I
you
was.
should have
I was.
won. But Jedi Cole ended up
I'm
coming
glad
from
Jedi-
behind and winning.
I'm glad Cole won.
Oh yeah. No. I'm not saying that he didn't deserve it.
Cole's our buddy.
But what I'm saying is that like you were so strong at the beginning, and then Cole just came up behind and just gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, how you win that game is what you write.
I know, and I just, I had fun.
Yeah.
I had fun. That's all that matters.
That's right. So we got a champion right here.
You are the champion, and I'm the second place guy.
Woo!
So next year we got to do onliners again.
Oh, yeah,
Hopefully SCNS Live just dominates it.
Absolutely. So actually, I think that's it for All-Con right now.
Yeah,
right?
unless you had anything memorable from All-Con, Cora? Except that somebody, thought you were no children at the bar.
Oh yeah,
that was amazing.
We went to the bar, and I'm in England from Hitalia, so I always look like a little kid when I wear that costume. I don't know why, but we went to the bar and we sat down, and the bartender comes, hey, we don't serve kids at the bar, and he's looking directly at me and he's telling me to leave, and I have to look at him. I'm not a kid. I'm old enough to drink. And everyone at the table had to vouch for me that I was old enough to drink. And then he left me alone. It was hilarious. But also, one of my friends actually, Trigger Mortis, she was the DJ at the rave this year. And she killed it.
Well, in your defense, in the bartender's defense, you were wearing like that restrictive shirt, and you are short in stature and everything.
Oh yeah.
And the bob wig, you did look like a little boy.
But not the bartender's defense was the fact that when she said, "I'm 24."
Hey, don't say my age on the air.
What?
He never asked for a license.
He seriously, he went off of our recommendation.
He just was like, "Oh, okay, all right, yeah."
Like we're the most trustworthy people out there.
And they served me a drink without checking my ID.
You, me, and Rob, and we look like the most. Oh yeah, she's 21.
Yeah.
Look, I'm lying right now. Y'all can't tell. Anyway, God.
Honestly, I don't know how old she is.
Anyway,
I just went with a random number.
But yeah, AllCon 2014, well done, guys. We had a lot of fun. Can't wait until next year. We got to wait all this time until 2015.
What I can wait for is the con crowd.
We're going to
Wait
talk
for
about
that
that later.
crowd.
Anyway, so yeah, we are kind of running over, so we're going to skip the commercial break. But I issued a challenge out to everybody this week,
Yes,
which
you
is like, and I'm going to call out Rob because I think that's why he decided not to show up. You decided not to accept the challenge. Anyway, here on SCNS Live, we regularly make fun of decisions from theaters, motion picture companies about choices on casting, story, plot, release dates. So I put out a challenge. We complain a lot, but let's say that you got the power.
You got the power!
Anyway, I was going to start up. You can cast the movie, and we're going to put out the pitch, basically. So the challenge was pick a property. It could be a comic book, licensed property, video game, it doesn't matter. Cast it. Give me 5 sentences of why I should go ahead and let this go. So that was the challenge this week, and you guys have pretty much risen to it. Cora's got like a whole notepad over there.
Oh, yeah, that was...
You put some thought into this.
I did because, okay, a few years ago, a movie called Cirque du Freak came out.
Hang on, wait, before
What?
you do that.
What?
Hang on,
What?
I want to cover a thing. Well, one more thing.
Yes.
Guys out in the chat room, you guys are going to pick a winner tonight. So, of course, we depend on you guys. So, out of the 3 of us, we need a winner. So, starting off, Miss Cora, please,
Okay.
what have you got?
All right, so back a few years ago, a movie called The Vampire's Assistant came out, and it was based on a book series called The Saga of Darren Shan, or the Cirque du Freak books. And I got really excited because that's one of my favorite book series. And they completely killed it. Like, not in a good way. Like, they destroyed it. They tried to fit 3 books of the series into one movie, and that was a terrible idea. And the casting was... No. I'm gonna get killed for that, but no, I didn't like the casting on it at all. But I have my own cast list here, and I cast our 4 main characters, and that is, of course, the title character, Darren Shan. I picked Chandler Riggs. He's, I believe, Rick's son on The Walking Dead. I thought he would make a good choice because he actually...
Interesting choice.
Well, the main character in the beginning looks like between 13 and 15. He's about 13 years old, and that kid looks about 13 or 15 because he is 15. So I thought he'd make a good. Plus, I've seen some of his stuff, and he's pretty good. Then I have his best friend as Zachary Gordon. Now, I honestly haven't seen anything with Zachary Gordon to my knowledge, but he does look like a better fit than Josh Hutcherson, and that's where I'm going to get hate from, but I don't care.
It's okay, I'm not a fan of Josh Hutchinson anyway.
He could have done so much more with that role. Then Darren's mentor, Mr. Creepsley. James Phelps, who is Fred in Harry Potter, because he's supposed to be a redhead, and he's already a redhead. He's supposed to be older. Well, I've seen him in a suit, and he looks very good. He would make a great actor, and he's a great person for the role. He's a great actor as well. And then Mr. Teeny, who is the bad guy. Stephen Hunter, who plays Bomber in The Hobbit. Because he needs to be a big guy. He's already a big guy. He doesn't need much more, and he's used to prosthetics, and he's supposed to be creepy. Now, what I would do differently is I would only pick the first 2 books to make into one movie. You shrink up a little bit of the events that aren't, and you have your book. You have your main characters, or you have your 2 boys going to the Cirque du Freak. You have them seeing Mr. Creepsley the vampire. You have them have their fight. You have Darren go off.
I'm going to disqualify you.
Why?
Because it was a 5-sentence pitch.
I didn't get a chance to write the 5 sentences.
Oh.
My computer got taken while I was doing my research.
No, don't disqualify her.
Oh,
She's on her roll.
Oh, fine.
Let her
fine.
continue.
Interrupting my damn contest. Anyway.
So you
Please
have
continue.
your 2 kids. They go to the Cirque. They see Mr. Creepsley. One of them tries to become a vampire and gets rejected. The other one becomes a vampire. Yay! Then they go off on their journey. And then they have their chance meet up with the bad guy. He gets introduced. And then death happens later because death has to happen in a vampire book. And you end it after the events of the second book. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't read it. But basically, some major shit goes down, and it actually is a very good ending point and a very good transition into what would be another movie. Because there's way too much stuff that happens in the third one to even try it. And they tried to, actually, They tried to fit an entire series of 12 books into one movie.
Damn.
Yeah, because they took events from like the 10th book, put it in the first movie. It was. No, I can't. No. But
I do love that you did the whole like kind of like black girl like, oh no, I just can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my pitch.
All right, Circuit of Freak. All right. Freak.
Yeah, I am
I
a
like
freak.
saying
I don't
that.
care.
Anyway, okay, Matt, pitch. Let's hear it.
Okay, so because I did not go into a whole lot of depth like Cora did,
Oh.
mine's not going to be as long. So wake up, everybody. My
Very
movie,
cool, sir.
my movie is actually kind of taking, and you guys said this whenever I told it to y'all, it's kind of taking more a bolder approach because I'm going with Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
That is a bold move, man.
That's right, I know. I'm thinking we can do this with today's day and age, with how we've made something like Game of Thrones, with how our young actors are. I think we can do this. I really think we can. For first of all, casting. Zelda, played by Elizabeth Olsen. So I think she's great. She's a young, up-and-coming actress. She's fantastic in everything she's been in, and she's got the look. Link, Sam Claflin. Now, if you don't know who Sam Claflin is, if you saw Hunger Games Catching Fire, you saw him as Finnick. Watch that, and then come back to me, and you might agree. Now,
Yeah, I could see that actually. I got to go with you on that one.
Thank you.
Sorry.
and then Ganondorf. Took me a little bit to kind of figure this one out, but Tom Hardy as Ganondorf.
Ooh.
That's a good choice.
Yes, because Tom Hardy has the
Ooh,
build.
I like that.
He's got the acting chops. And, you have him for most of the movie, and at the end, I mean, we all know Ganondorf kind of becomes the giant demon that he is.
Mhm.
Now, the way Ocarina of Time works is that there's a young story going into the adult story. Now, I'm thinking we make this kind of like Lord of the Rings. We make this a 3-hour-long movie where we kind of don't go too far into the young Link, kind of like go through each temple a little bit, and then ultimately get him into the Temple of Time. He becomes adult Link, and that's where we start it, where he goes into each temple, he gets everything, goes up to Ganon, and fights Ganon, saves Zelda. And that's ultimately my pitch for Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, filmed in New Zealand.
All right. Well, good pitches, guys. I like that, but, here's how the pitch goes. Anyway, property hasn't been touched before. Metroid. That's right. Metroid. Lead actress, I'm seeing Brooklyn Decker for it. What? I know you're thinking Brooklyn Decker. Not a lot of acting chops. We do a Dread style. Never shows her face until the end of the film. Helmet comes off. Beautiful blonde-haired girl. We never knew who this warrior was. Halo style. The audience identifies with the character before this mask comes off and we find out that Metroid magic from the NES has returned. It's actually a girl. Anyway, here's my pitch. Cruise ship full of members of a royal family of a planet crash lands on a mysterious planet. The queen has no choice but to call in a bounty hunter, mysterious but deadly and efficient. Samus accepts the job, goes in, finds the Metroid planet, fights Mother Brain, saves the prince. The prince is on the shuttle as they're leaving. Samus takes off the helmet and he drops jaw as he realizes this beautiful blonde-haired woman who has just kicked ass throughout the whole movie.
Good pitch, man.
Thank you very much. Can you tell I've wanted this to happen for a while? Anyway.
I wanted Zelda to happen for a while. Damn it.
So while you guys in the chat room compile the votes, let's see who won this one. We're going to go ahead and take a short look at a toy review I did this week. It's the Daryl Dixon from Walking Dead Series 5 that comes with an awesome motorcycle, by the way.
Sweet.
Anyway, we'll go ahead and cut to that, and we're going to compile your votes when we come back. Hey guys, another SCNS Live figure review. I'm Jason the X, and this is the AMC Walking Dead. I'm sorry, it's not AMC. This is McFarlane Toys, The Walking Dead Series 5, Daryl Dixon with his chopper. And this is a great figure. I like some of the stuff that McFarlane Toys have been putting out with Walking Dead. Really partial to the line that's coming from the television series. And this thing knocks it out of the park. The first Daryl figure was a little limited on articulation, and that's kind of been a kind of theme with the McFarlane Toys figures. This one is an exception. He's got 25 points of articulation, so the box says, and we're going to take a look at it. So let's go ahead and get Daryl and his chopper out of the way here. I love how that stands there. So anyway, look at the box. There's a look at Daryl Dixon on the side there. There's a nice shot of him on the bike right there. I love how this figure looks too. He's really spot on. A little bit kind of strange in the head mold, but you got a little bit of the bio here. That's not a bio. It's just saying and giving a little bit about the figure. And here's some other offerings. I haven't got any of these guys yet. I definitely want to get Glenn, Maggie, and Tyrese. Merle's Ami. Yeah, look at the top of the box here. You just got Daryl Dixon with Chopper, deluxe box set. I found this guy at my local Toys R Us, and I gotta say, once I saw the bike and everything, as a motorcycle aficionado, I couldn't resist. So yeah, here he is sitting here on the bike looking very cool, and yeah, it actually stays up a lot better than that. I just kind of moved the base it was sitting on. And there are a couple of flaws with this, especially with these saddlebags, which we'll get into that in a little bit. But overall, the bike's pretty nice. But let's take a look at the, well, one thing before we go into it. I was kind of worried with some of the tolerances on some of the things we've seen from McFarlane Toys, especially in this line. But the handlebars, they're not made of a brittle plastic. It's very forgiving, especially when you're trying to pose this guy and get his arms and everything, and get his feet right into the pegs down there and put it right underneath the clutch, well, the shifter. And I gotta say, very nice job. Like this bar back here, it's a very forgiving plastic. It will break, but I feel as though it's not as just breakable, like it'll just shatter. And one thing, he does have this clip on the front and to carry his crossbow, which we can take a look at that right now. The crossbow is very nice. I love the look of this thing. Let me get this out of the way so we can check it out in focus. Come on now. Just stay right there. So yeah, one of the accessories here, nice looking crossbow. You got an arrow notched in there, or a bolt already notched in there. Doesn't have like a little tip on it, but you know, what are you gonna do? First, you got some arrows on the bottom here. One's missing because it's loaded in there. And this is a very soft plastic. Unfortunately, you can only maybe fit it over one of his shoulders. You can't fit it across his chest. There's just not enough room, so don't try it. But yeah, it's just nice soft plastic. His other accessory is just, we'll go ahead and take him off the bike because we're going to look at everything separate now. And the other accessory he comes with is just this, you know, just a little sticker here, a little knife. Goes right into a holster there. It's nice soft plastic on that holster as well. And like I said about articulation, this guy has it, man. He has it. So just take a look at the figure. You got good looking just paint apps on this guy. I love the look of the vest. The vest is actually a softer plastic, but it's pinned right up here. And you can't really do anything with it. And the shirt's actually kind of a softer plastic as well. So yeah, there's a lot of different layers going here. I love these wings on the back. They actually feel molded. Yeah, they're molded. They're molded and then painted over. Got a rag in his back pocket, which is also pliable. Okay, guys. Hey, welcome back. If you want to see the end of that review, please go to our channel, youtube.com/theUntitledSCNS, and give us a like and a subscribe, because we appreciate that. Because we just passed 300 subscribers!
Yeah!
Anyway, sorry. I've been running around with my shirt off saying 300.
This is Sparta!
Ah! Son of a bitch. Anyway. Anyway, so yeah, we left it up to you guys in the chat room how we were going to decide this. Matt's actually over in the chat room right now. Matt, what's our tally?
Right now, there's 1 vote for Jason, 1 vote for Cora, and 1 vote for me. We are tied.
What?
We're tied?
Tied.
Oh, come
Really?
on, guys. We got to have a tiebreaker. In the event of a tiebreaker, Linda,
Yeah, in the event of a tie, as our bylaws of SCNS Live states,
Which we just
in
wrote.
the event of a tie, Linda or the chat manager shall be the one that makes the decision. So
I don't
Linda
like
is
that.
currently
Why not?
deciding at the moment. So
Okay, so
continue on.
while we decide up who it is, we're actually going to another con this weekend, Animation Celebration over in Louisville, Texas, at the Hilton Garden Inn. And if you want to know more about Animation Celebration, you can go immediately to Google Play, and they have an app for it. I don't know if you can actually see that. Oh, you can see Linda messaging me. Oh, look, they got a nice little picture of Jessica Rabbit up there. Anyway, yes, they do have an app which has the guests and events, maps, news, favorites, and vendors. Tickets are no longer able to be purchased online. However, if you go out there, you can purchase tickets. Let's see here. I'm trying to find out some of the stuff. Okay, ticket sales and pre-registration are closed, but they do have this nice app. Everything is by name, day, time, and room. So yeah, pretty cool. We're going to be there as well. We got a table there. Probably going to be out there to meet you guys. Nazanin's got some prints and her little medallions. She's going to sell those. We'll just come over. Let's all go over to this camera. I like this camera better. Yes. Come on.
Move over, scoot over.
Here we go. All right. Okay, fine.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, what have we got?
Who did you pick? Who did you pick?
the final,
My shirt is really
and it is
red.
not because of Linda,
Okay.
because she didn't vote in time. She decided to wait.
All right.
By a vote of 2 to 1 and 1,
Come on.
the winning movie and that shall be created is Jason the X.
Oh!
You had the
I
best
love you
pick.
guys. I love you guys. Anyway, so yes, I win bragging rights for this week. I'm going to have to find something to give away for you guys next week since you voted for me. Yes, I'm bribing the audience.
That's why you won.
Pretty much. I'm offering it after I won. So next week we're going to have...
It's fine. I had to cheat to win against Served.
This is true. So I have something to give away for you guys for me being the winner. Appreciate that. That means I need to be the winner all the time. So I will give you stuff. Anyway,
Stop that.
so Animation Celebration this weekend, Louisville, Texas, the Hilton Garden Inn. Please come out there, check us out. Matt, are you done over there? You want to come over and talk to us, buddy?
I'm
okay.
I'm on Animation Celebration. I was
Oh,
going to make
cool.
a report real quick.
Oh, good point. Okay, so Matt, we got some. What kind of guests do we have at Animation Celebration this weekend?
Well, of course, we have the voice of Batman, Kevin Conroy. We also have Erica Schroeder that's going to be there.
Ooh.
She's one voice actor of One Piece, Pokemon, Sonic, and more.
She's actually the voice of Monkey D. Luffy.
Ah,
Yes.
Monkey D. Luffy,
Uh-huh.
you say.
Mhm.
We should actually turn that camera to have me over here. Anyway. this is
Probably
good.
could.
We've got Robert Axelrod, who was Lord Zed, and Rico from Robotech. Hi, everybody. I'm reading from the screen.
Go ahead and switch
and then
camera to Jason.
we also have
Chris.
Steve Cardenas, actor from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Looks to me like he was the Red Ranger. Also, we have a couple of artists, Halo Seraphim. We also have an artist that we have spoken to, Terry Parr. Terry Parr is going to be at Animation Celebration. Yeah. So,
I hope that we're sitting really close to Terry and our compatriots over there. Okay, our compatriots over at the Nerd Show, they're going to be sitting near us too. So, my mic wasn't on. Our friends from over at the Nerd Show are going to be sitting with us too. They've got a table nearby. Of course, Terry Parr and Show Enough Studios are going to be there. God, I love these things because we're going to be there with a bunch of our friends, and we're hoping to bring you guys some great interviews. We're going to continue on shooting for our Happy video at this con, and we're also going to be shooting a skit at this con. More of a public service announcement, if you would. So, Matt, what are the ticket prices there?
well, the ticket prices, Jason, I'll tell you. I'm glad you asked.
I like how you did that, by the way.
The ticket prices are actually going to be on Friday. They have a $30 ticket price. On Saturday, another $30. And on Sunday, you get the low price of $25. And for children, 3-day admission is only $15.
Can't beat that, actually.
No, you actually can't.
So, yeah, Animation Celebration this weekend. We had Amanda Woolley on about 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
Something like
She's
that.
awesome. Like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
3 weeks ago. Yeah, because we've been away. Yeah, we took the night off for all con. I'll admit it. We did.
We had con crud.
You guys
we'll
had
talk,
Concrete.
and we're gonna go into that. Yeah, I'm immune to that shit right now. Anyway, so of course this weekend, and we got people coming in. We might see some of our friends from Cinelinks at our table this weekend, especially one of our favorite, Mr. Eric Gibbs, the Father Gamer, who is on the Father Gamer podcast. Links are going to be below in the description. Please go check out his podcast. Of course, our friends over at www.cinelinks.com. What else? What we got here?
Oh, we got events too.
Oh, tell us about it. Tell us about what we got.
Well, we got a costume contest that's
course.
going to be going on. They also have the Pickled Punk Sideshow.
I like it.
Ma! We also have Charlie Campbell, how to make a demo reel for voice acting. Which,
Sweet.
what I just did. Voice acting. Steve Cardenas, martial arts workshop with the Red Ranger.
That guy's
Hey,
deadly.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I got a skit if you'll like agree to it. So
All right, and then we got Marquis of Vaudeville concerts.
good band.
And then we also have, and this is going to be a fantastic one, the Big Lebowski Night.
17 and up. Is that Friday night?
That is Friday night. Yes.
We got to go to that. I want to go to that.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun and excitement. Now, one thing that you will want to join us for though is come by our table on Saturday because we're thinking about doing some mobile noobing.
Yeah, if you ever want to be on an episode of Noobing, we might just boot up a game that you haven't played before. Might be in one of our skits. We'd love to have you there. Also, just come by the table and play some video games. We'll just say hi. We're going to be there having fun. It's going to be a blast. We always have fun at these things. So anyway, it's going to be a great weekend. I can't wait to see Eric Gibbs and our friend Mike. Of course, Eric, like I said, from the Father Gamer podcast. Please check out the Father Gamer podcast. And we're going to probably be doing something with him while he's in town, too. Just because we're all here, we're all family. Come on in here, man. Come on.
I'm coming.
We are family.
Hey.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, to all of our cast are going to be here. Nazni, she's working hard, burning at midnight oil.
She is.
Rob, you're just a slacker.
Yeah,
That is
sorry,
cool.
dude.
I'm pretty sure he's drunk.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's off work, he's drunk. Anyway, guys, this has been our show. Thanks for joining us this week. I appreciate you guys voting for me. Come back and check us out next Thursday, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Central here on youtube.com/entitled SCNS. And give us a like and a comment.
That's right, and always check out our Facebook page. I'm sure you said that. We've always got news coming up, and we've always got tons of videos on our YouTube page, man. I mean,
And yeah, of course. And please go ahead and subscribe, not like us, follow us on YouTube at SCNS Live.
That's right. All right, guys.
Anything else you got to add, Cole?
Corey.
I know, I just like saying that.
That was awkward.
My name is Cora.
I know.
Keep on nerding.